college dropout with no finance degree built a $500 million fortune not through investment genius, but through an elaborate system of theft, manipulation, and leverage so brazen that it defies belief. Jeffrey Epstein died in 2019 with a net worth of approximately $578 million, 2 private Caribbean islands, a $50 million Manhattan mansion, a New Mexico ranch, properties across continents, and a fleet of private jets. For decades, the world accepted the narrative that he was a brilliant financial savant who managed wealth for the ultra-elite. But exhaustive investigations by financial journalists have revealed a far darker reality. His fortune wasn't earned, it was stolen. The official story of Epstein's rise begins in 1974, when, despite having no college degree or formal credentials, he secured a teaching position at the prestigious Dalton School in Manhattan. This wasn't just any teaching job. Dalton educated the children of Wall Street titans, corporate executives, and old money families. Epstein wasn't hired for his educational qualifications, but for a talent that would define his entire career. An uncanny ability to identify, charm, and manipulate powerful people. It was at Dalton that Epstein made his first critical connection. A student's father introduced him to Alan "Ace" Greenberg, who would later become CEO of Bear Stearns. By 1976, the unqualified math teacher had transformed into a Wall Street insider. But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. During his time at Bear Stearns, Epstein established the blueprint for his lifelong criminal enterprise. Financial records show he repeatedly abused his expense account, falsified his resume, and violated securities regulations by giving his girlfriend privileged access to investment opportunities. What's truly remarkable isn't that he committed these offenses. It's that Bear Stearns executives, particularly Greenberg and fellow executive Jimmy Kane, repeatedly protected him. Why would Wall Street power players shield a junior employee from consequences? The answer reveals Epstein's core methodology. Investigators discovered that during this era at Bear Stearns, a period marked by rampant drug use, alcohol abuse, and sexual impropriety, Epstein allegedly supplied executives with narcotics and access to women. He wasn't just an employee, he was creating leverage by providing illegal and compromising services. This pattern would repeat throughout his career. Identify powerful men with exploitable appetites, satisfy those appetites, then use the resulting dependency and fear of exposure to extract wealth. In 1981, Epstein departed Bear Stearns under murky circumstances, but he left with something far more valuable than money: a contact list of wealthy, powerful individuals who already owed him favors. After a period helping wealthy clients recover funds from fraudulent brokers, Epstein founded J. Epstein & Company in 1988, positioning himself as an exclusive financial advisor who only worked with billionaires. But the most shocking revelation from financial investigations is that approximately 75% of Epstein's fee income between 1999 and 2018 came from just 2 clients: retail magnate Les Wexner and private equity billionaire Leon Black. The numbers defy conventional financial logic. Between 1991 and 2007, Wexner paid Epstein an estimated $200 million in fees. Even more extraordinarily, Wexner granted Epstein power of attorney over his finances, complete control over his fortune, and inexplicably gifted him a Manhattan townhouse worth tens of millions of dollars. Similarly, between 2012 and 2017, Leon Black paid Epstein between $158 and $170 million for tax and estate planning advice. No legitimate financial expertise could possibly justify these astronomical sums. These weren't fees, they were extractions. But how did Epstein transform these payments into a $578 million fortune while avoiding taxation? The answer lies in the U.S. Virgin Islands. In 1996, Epstein established residency there, followed by the creation of Financial Trust Company in 1998. That same year, he purchased Little St. James Island for nearly $8 million, a property that would later become notorious. Court documents reveal that through the Virgin Islands' generous tax incentives, Epstein saved approximately $300 million in taxes between 1999 and 2018, while earning at least $360 million in dividends from his companies. His financial empire operated as a sophisticated tax shelter, with over 4,700 transactions totaling more than $1.9 billion flowing through accounts at major financial institutions. Throughout this period of wealth accumulation, Epstein continuously expanded his network of power and influence. He cultivated relationships with presidents, Nobel Prize-winning scientists, academics, and celebrities, using each connection as leverage to create others. He would strategically deploy his association with political figures to impress scientists, use scientific connections to gain credibility with business leaders, and leverage business relationships to access new wealthy prospects. Every interaction was carefully calculated to expand his web of influence and extraction. Many have speculated that Epstein must have been running an elaborate blackmail operation, possibly for intelligence agencies. After years of investigation, financial journalists found something both simpler and more disturbing. Epstein was a sophisticated con artist who excelled at exploiting human weakness. He provided powerful men with drugs, sex, and discretion in exchange for money, access, and protection. When he violated laws and ethical boundaries, his network ensured his problems vanished. The real conspiracy wasn't some shadowy intelligence operation. It was the system that protected him at every turn. Bear Stearns executives buried his violations. Wealthy clients ignored red flags while writing enormous checks. Prosecutors crafted a plea deal that violated victims' rights. Banks processed billions in suspicious transactions without proper scrutiny. The justice system repeatedly failed to hold him accountable because of who he knew and what he knew about them. In the end, Epstein's fortune wasn't built through financial brilliance or investment acumen. It was constructed through theft, manipulation, compromise, and a network of powerful people who were either too embarrassed, too compromised, or too dependent to stop him. While Epstein lived a life of unimaginable luxury, private islands, mansions, jets, and elite social connections, hundreds of young trafficking victims received no justice, no protection, and no compensation for the devastation he caused. Jeffrey Epstein's wealth wasn't a mystery. It was evidence of a crime that operated in plain sight, protected by a system designed to shield the powerful no matter their transgressions. For more investigative deep dives into financial crimes that changed our world, subscribe and join our community of critical thinkers who demand accountability.